Hello, my name is Selena.
And my name's Theoni, and you are listening to Piping Hot.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Piping Hot. It's been a week, but it's only Tuesday, so...
Yeah, it literally blows my mind that it's only Tuesday. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I am very, very drained. Like, I can't think straight. I still have work to do after we record this, but I was like, it can wait because absolutely not.
Yeah.
And the heat isn't working in my house, so we're kind of like freezing. And yeah, and tomorrow they're coming to spray for some bugs that have been in there. So we're just working on all these things that are happening in the house. And yeah, super fun times over here in Boston. Yahoo.
Oh my gosh, wait, your heat isn't working?
No, our downstairs thermostat literally says 58 degrees. And we have it set to 68, so...
No, that's cold. That's cold.
Yes, it is. Ask my toes.
Ask my toes.
Literally.
I mean, I love being cozy and I love wearing sweaters and fuzzy socks, but like, that is too cold at that point.
When you start to feel like you can't bend your fingers correctly, that's when you know it's too cold. Okay?
How long has it been broken? Like, when did you file like a maintenance request or whatever?
So, it's been broken for a little bit, but the thing is, at first we thought maybe there's just something that had to be tweaked. So our landlord came, fixed it, and then it was kind of fine, but not really totally fine. And then it like was not working again, so he came, and now he ordered a new piece that's going to be coming tomorrow. So we're hoping he can come fix it after that. But I don't know what's going on, but it needs to be fixed.
Damn.
Because I'm also, like, I'm not a cheap person because I spend money like nobody's business. But I don't like to spend money having the gas running when it's not working. Like, that's not, no.
It's just a waste.
No,
like, you're doing nothing for me, so
Literally.
why am I running it? Yeah.
Exactly. So, that's been my week. But, yeah, I think I'm ready for my haircut tomorrow. I'm very excited for that. And I'm doing like a Christmas get together holiday, whatever the heck, at a fancy restaurant on Friday night with some friends. So I'm excited for that. And then Saturday night, one of my friends is celebrating her birthday. So I'm going out to dinner for that. And then it'll be Sunday. And then I get to start the week all over again.
I'm sorry. That's literally adulthood, and I hate it.
No,
I hate it.
Selena, every time I think about this, I'm like, there is no way this is going to be the rest of my life.
I know.
That is a sad reality, and one I am not ready to face.
And it's like, it hurts even more because we've only been in this routine for a couple of years, not even a year for you, but I've been in it for almost like two full years, almost going on to 3. And I'm like, this is enough. Like, I can't, you're telling me 20 years plus? No.
That's like that's not fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Anyways, how's your week?
It's going good. It's just busy at work, busy with life. I get my hair cut on Saturday.
Nice.
So not as soon as you, but still, I really, really need one. It's like getting super bad. So
what are you getting?
Just my bangs and then just a trim.
Nice.
And then on Saturday night, my friends and I are gonna have a potluck, so that's gonna be really fun.
Fun.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Oh, and then maybe Jack and I might be doing some like Christmassy thing. Like every weekend we've been doing like a date night for Christmas stuff. So like the first weekend we did Christmas cookies. Second weekend we did hot cocoa with a Christmas movie. And then this weekend we haven't decided, but we definitely want to like go out and do something, but I'm excited.
I'm really fragile because that made me tear up.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Actually, we're not doing anything. We actually hate each other right now. We're fighting.
I am unwell, clearly. Oh my God. No, it was so funny. Oh, this is so random. But remember how you said that your friend thought my voice was soothing?
Yes.
I told my roommate that. I was like, Selena's friend said my voice was soothing, and I've never once heard that in my life. I don't feel like my voice is very soothing. And she's like, yeah, your voice isn't annoying, but I definitely wouldn't call it soothing.
Oh my gosh. Thanks, I guess.
I know. It made me laugh. But honestly, I was like, huh.
Oh my gosh. Well, he's listening to this episode right now, so hi, Aaron. But
Hi, Aaron. How's it going?
we're actually now doing ASMR. Actually,
Yeah. Oh, can I tell you something though? I hate ASMR. I hate it.
Really?
I think it's so aggravating. Like, some people think
Okay.
no, like my my parents think I have a disease. It's this thing called misophonia, where you're like really, really sensitive to sounds. And like that's why when my
Oh.
mom taps her nails on things, like it gives me like this reaction where I'm like, stop! You know, like it's like
shit.
yeah, it's probably not that serious and they just give me crap for it, but like I can't, like when ASMR they're like breathing into the microphone, or I can hear the spit in their mouth, or they're tapping their nails, or they're chewing on
okay.
something. I'm like, what? Like why?
I guess I like the ASMR that's not any eating or anything like that. It's when they like break stuff, but it's like a satisfying like, oh gosh, I have to send you some videos because it's not like goo, but it's like a harder outer shell, and they like break it, and it sounds so satisfying. You look disgusted. You're like, that's disgusting, Selena.
Well, in theory, it kind of makes me want to vomit and like gives me anxiety, but like I guess I would try it just for you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. What are you drinking today?
Today, I am drinking a very special hot cocoa.
Aw, that's so
With-
cozy.
I know, with whipped cream that is now melted. But it's peppermint hot cocoa from Target, and it has marshmallows and whipped cream.
God, that's fancy as hell.
Right? What
I'm
about
drinking
you?
ginger ale, so
Very
also
nice.
equally as exciting. Yeah, I wanted to make tea, but we have to clear out everything from the kitchen for the roach people to
Yeah.
come tomorrow. So I didn't have access to a mug, and I didn't want to dig one out of the box. So I said I'll just grab a can.
Yeah, I mean, after the day you've had, you're like, fuck that shit. I get a ginger ale.
No, fuck that. Not a drink, a ginger ale.
Yeah.
Okay. Although honestly, after this, I might have a drink. Actually, after this, I'm gonna finish working and then I'll have a drink.
You deserve it.
That's my plan.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my brain is broken. Okay. What do you have pop culture stuff this week?
I do.
Okay, I have a few things as well.
Okay, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I'll start. Okay,
Okay.
the first one that I have to mention, because you know I'm gonna mention it.
I know you are.
Do you think they're actually dating? Dua Lipa and
Yes.
Jack Harlow?
I do. I
You
truly
really
do.
do?
Yes. Because I feel like Jack Harlow is Dua Lipa's type. Have you seen her past boyfriends?
No.
Okay, no, that like Jack Harlow's like the type for Dua Lipa, which is so weird, but like
Interesting.
it works, and it's so funny because like I'm just thinking like Jack Harlow's just like manifesting this, and like he's like with Dua Lipa now, like it's crazy.
I am happy for them, I guess.
You sound happy.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. No, but I just have such a hard time coming to terms with that. But I don't know why, not
Okay.
coming to terms with it. That sounded so fucking dramatic. What I meant is that I have a hard time picturing them together. I don't know why.
Okay,
Like I just do.
that's because Dua Lipa is literally a goddess. Like
Yeah.
she embodies every like goddess like type whatever characteristic, you know? And then there's just Jack Harlow. Like I love him, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love him. But like Dua Lipa's on another level.
Oh my god, if they're together next Halloween, they can cosplay as what's her name? Frickin' Poppy, one of the sisters from the line The Witch and the Wardrobe, and he can be Mr. Tumnus. She has the right complexion and hair color for it.
Stop it.
What? Come on now.
Is the worst costume idea I've
That
ever
is
heard.
not the worst. That is the
yes,
best.
it is. You think Jack Harlow would go as that?
I 100% think
he is
would.
above that. He's above
What
that.
do you mean? He literally talked about this on Jimmy Fallon about how people were
right.
comparing him to.
You're right.
I don't know.
I think they're
Some
dating,
days.
and I
Okay.
wish them the best.
Oh my God. Okay. What else do you got? Or what do you have? Because you didn't say anything yet.
Mm-hmm. He's not on my shit list, but he is still. Joshua Bassett is going on tour again.
And guess who got tickets?
Oh,
this girl. I'm surprised you didn't buy tickets.
I know, maybe I might still. Because isn't tomorrow like the general sale? Like today was pre the code.
I didn't even use a code. I just went on there and it let me buy them. So.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well, he was lying about the whole like, Boston, you get a secret code, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, Joshy.
He is a liar. Yeah.
Sit the fuck down.
I think his team majorly effed up.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I feel like he's saying this stuff because that's what he's told is going to
Yeah.
happen. And then it just like does not.
Yeah, which is so frustrating. So frustrating. But yeah, he's going on tour again. And Theoni and I aren't getting tickets together because we have a really great track record of shows canceling on us.
Yep.
So, we're just not going to go together this time.
No, literally. We're just not going to go together. But I will send you videos. I
Please.
convinced both of my roommates to come with me. So we're going to go as a trio.
Amazing.
I'm super, super excited.
Nice.
I'm literally,
Yes, you didn't say anything, but I conveyed all
Yeah,
that.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, there are no words. Like, I am so excited. My dream is that he comes up with an album before the tour.
Well, I hope so. The Minneapolis show is in middle of March. Boston is what? April? Early April?
Boston is March 25th, which is Greek Independence Day. So I'm going to be turning it up for the Greeks at the concert. What up?
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to bring a sign that says Happy Greek Independence Day. He's going to be like, what the f?
Yeah, he's going to be like, great. He's going to be nice about it. He'll be like, that's so awesome. I'm so happy for you. Like, he's just going to be so kind about it. You know what? Imagine.
I'm not going to do that.
Imagine. Okay, right? Because I feel like Boston is like a big enough city.
Don't
that,
even
like,
start with
Nope,
me.
I am going to start, okay? I feel like Boston is a big enough city where it's like, great, you can go to Joshua Bassett's show, right? Have the time of your life. But I think Boston is a big enough show where his friends could come to the show, and you know who would be there? You know who would be there?
I know who would be there.
Imagine if Matt is there, and he's just singing along on the side.
I would literally die.
Oh,
I wouldn't
yeah.
die, but I might die.
Yeah.
Like, my microphone fell. I got too excited. But, no, I think that man is so cute. Like, I just really think he's cute. I don't even know. He makes me fluster. I don't know him.
He's definitely your type, yeah.
Yeah.
And
no,
he's
he is my
our
type.
age, too.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm going to manifest that Matt is at the show as well.
Let's hope.
Okay, do you have anything else?
I sure do.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so I know you don't watch this show, but the White Lotus finale premiered on Sunday, and my roommates and I watched it together. The second season was so much better than the first, and the second
Really?
season finale killed me.
Why?
Like, my roommates and I, it was so shocking when it happened that my roommates and I were like, no, that didn't just happen. There's no way. There's no way. And then it did.
Interesting. Okay, I'm reading the summary right now because as you're talking about it, I've actually don't know what White Lotus is about.
Okay, well, let me give you a recap.
Okay,
because
let's do
it's
it.
kind of, I won't tell you what it is in case you ever watch it, because I genuinely think you might enjoy it
Yes,
if you watch
yeah.
it. But it's basically about, so each season has taken place at a White Lotus hotel. So that's where the name White Lotus comes from. And so the
okay.
first one was set in Hawaii. The second season was set in Sicily. So basically it follows different couples or groups of people or family and like the hotel owners and staff. And like what their lives, and that sounds really stupid, but it's like there's always some like underlying commentary on something. So like I don't want to give it away because I think part of the fun is like realizing that, but like it's really, really well done, and it's also very eerie and thought-provoking, but also sometimes nothing happens in an episode but you're still on the edge of your seat.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't make sense, and I don't know why I like it, but I love it.
I swear HBO Max does a great job on all of their TV shows.
They really
like
do.
Bangers after bangers. It's crazy. But okay, that's good to know. Thanks for not spoiling, because I feel like that show is like definitely like what I would watch. Yeah.
No, I really think you would enjoy it, honestly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Selena Gomez made a cameo on SNL.
Yeah.
With during like the monologue of like Martin Short and
Steve Martin.
I'm sorry. I'm
Charlie Baker? No, not Charlie Baker. What's his name? Tom
You're a
Baker?
fake fan now.
No, I am a fake fan.
I have no clue.
Charlie Baker is his son in Cheaper by the Dozen, and that's why that is infiltrating my brain. Woo, doggies. That man is hot.
He is hot. But anyways, I am so happy that she made a cameo because I love them as a trio. Like, it works so well.
They really do, and Selena to come into the dynamic that is those two.
Yes,
that is so hard to do because like they are such an iconic duo.
Yeah,
and like known each other for years. So to go into that dynamic and fit in and like add to it,
like so seamlessly.
Exactly. Is such a testament to her. Yeah. And I'm really happy. This goes into my next pop culture thing, but Selena Gomez got her first Golden Globe nomination for acting for Only Murders in the Building. And I'm so proud and like happy for her because she so deserves the recognition.
Yes. Finally.
Frickin' finally. Yeah. Wow. When she got snubbed at the Emmys. So I'm happy that like the Golden Globes, I would love if she won. Like I would love if she won, truly.
She deserves it, okay?
Yeah. But also, if you guys like the Golden Globes, you should go check out the other nominations that came out. Because I love award season in the sense that like I love seeing the fashion and like who wins and then like clips online after. I'll never sit through the entire show, but you know what would be a fun episode if we combined it right before award season starts? We could make our predictions for who's gonna win different things.
Oh, like yeah, that would be fun.
Like especially the Grammys.
Yeah. Oh, let's do the Grammys. That would be really fun. Mm-hmm. My next thing. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the Wicked cast. I can't believe you forgot about it. You're the one who sent it to me.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot about it either. This cast is I was so nervous about how they were going to cast this.
Yeah.
Especially after Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. I was like, okay, this is perfect, but like what else are they going to do?
Yeah.
I can't even express my excitement. I am curious who they're going to cast as Dr. Dilliman, though. He's one of the only ones they have not announced yet, which I think is interesting.
Yeah.
If it's James Corden, I will cut a bitch. But I think that the rest of the cast they've chosen so far is like beyond.
It feels like the cast that they have feels so elevated, which I know sounds really weird, but it's like Cynthia is like a goddess. Mm-hmm. And then Ariana Grande is a whole different artist as well. And then let's not even talk about Jonathan Bailey, because he is on a whole different level as well.
Uh-huh.
And then you have Jeff Goldblum, right? Uh-huh. Which, again, it feels a little silly, but like also you need to recognize he has had a fantastic career. Mm-hmm. And so to bring him in is great. And then let's not forget Michelle Yeoh.
Uh-huh. I know.
The goddess, the queen herself.
Literally. I know.
She's going to be amazing.
I know. I'm so curious to hear her sing.
Me too. She's Asian. She's Asian though, so I feel like she can sing. All Asian people can sing. Yeah.
That's amazing.
If they say that they can't, then they're Asian. They totally can. They're just being humble.
They're lying. Yeah.
They're lying. Oh, and then we forgot about Bo and Yang. who
Yes!
I love.
That's what I mean. This cast is like incredible.
Yeah.
And it feels like, yes, some of it might be stunt casting, but
Yeah.
it's smart stunt casting. Like, it doesn't feel like
Yes.
you're throwing people into roles that don't make sense. Like, they
yes.
all fit to a T in a way that I'm like, I can get behind that.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think I'm biased, but I am most excited to hear Jonathan Bailey sing.
Me too. Oh my God.
I'm in love with him.
No, okay, no. Here's what I'm most excited for. Him and Cynthia Erivo singing As Long As You're Mine. That's gonna...
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, literally.
I'm gonna throw up. Oh my God. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good.
What do I do with
I
myself?
don't know. Oh my God.
How do I move on from this? Oh, we need to find a way to see that together.
Yes. Well, part 1 comes out 2024.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot it was 2 parts. I
Yeah.
thought it was 2023 part 1.
Oh,
Or maybe
maybe.
it's 2024.
I guess. I don't know, because I know that the movies are a year apart, similar to how they did Infinity War and Endgame. The first part's going to come out in like December, I think, and then the next part is going to come out in the next December. So
I'm still not super thrilled they're doing 2 movies, but I am excited.
I'm not thrilled
Regardless.
either, because I feel like, I just hate when it's split into 2, but the only reason why I like it is so that they can give the story space to breathe.
100%.
Because Wicked is a long ass show.
It is, and I would hate for them to cut out stuff just to fit it into a 2-hour-long blockbuster or whatever.
Yes.
I just hope they keep the movies to like where it's cut in the show. Like, I hope they
Yes.
end the first act after Defying Gravity. You know what I mean? Can you imagine just the theater going black after Cynthia sings?
Oh God, I just got chills.
I know, me
like,
too.
That's how the first movie ends. Like, are you kidding me?
That's what I'm saying. So I hope that they keep that from the original show, because no other ending to the first act makes sense.
It does not. Like, there's
does
a
not.
reason why Defying Gravity ends
Yeah.
Act 1. Like, that was all an artistic, very
Yeah.
strategic choice, you know?
Holy
Anyways.
shit. Yeah, I could talk about that for so long.
Yes. Okay, and then I only have one more thing, which kind of goes into, like, my consuming when I'm reading, watching, listening to, whatever. The new Netflix limited TV show, Harry and Meghan, premiered. And
Have you
I'm
watched
watching it. Yes.
What do you think?
I think, okay, again, I think I'm biased because I love Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.
I've always been on their fucking side because
Yeah.
fuck everyone else, okay? And so I am just so intrigued that they finally have their space and time to tell their side of the story, and also what they experienced after the shit show that the UK media gave them. So
Yeah.
I'm just very, very intrigued, and I feel like when I'm watching these episodes, I feel like I'm just gonna cry because I just feel so bad. I feel so, like, you can tell that these are two genuine people. Like, Harry, so down to earth. Diana did a great job. I'm not saying his father, because we all know who got his father's genes, aka William. And I love Harry so much. And Meghan, I guess I've never really seen her in anything, but she is like so eloquent and caring and down to earth. And I'm like, this is why they work so well together.
Yeah, I guarantee it. And
Yeah.
it's like, because of like their positions in life and all these things, of
Yeah.
course, all this crap happens. And it's so interesting because, I mean, I want to watch it too and learn
Yeah.
more about it, because from what I've heard, people say a lot of like Princess Diana's story kind of mirrors Meghan's story. So like, it's very,
Yeah.
very interesting in that way, I think.
Oh, I 100% believe that. And they do talk a lot about Princess Diana in the TV show, which, of course, because that's his mom. But again, it just like makes me feel like so proud of Harry that he left when he did because of what happened to his mom.
Yeah.
Like, I think with all the pressure from the UK media, from the world, from his family, like, of course, I think most people would have stayed. And I just like, I just give him all the props for being like brave enough to be like, no, we're leaving this historic monarch and we're just gonna go. And I'm like, holy shit.
It's like a book.
No, it really is.
Like they're living like a real life romance. Like that is, yeah, that's crazy.
It's a love story. It's I love them. Anyways, it's really good. So I'm only on the second episode, but I love it so far, and everyone should watch it.
All right, shall we jump into our topic of the day?
Yes.
All right, Selena, what are we talking about today?
So today, well, first of all, last week we had said that we were going to watch the TV show on Disney Plus, The Santa Clauses. But by now, you should know that me and Theoni always switch plans. And we never say what we're going to actually do, okay? So instead of watching that, we found something better. We watch something from Tiffany's, which is a new movie on Amazon Prime featuring our girlie, Zoe Deutsch.
Yeah.
And it's also a Reese Witherspoon movie. Like her production company, Hello Sunshine, is the company behind this movie. Mm-hmm. And so, it's like I guess it's a Christmas movie, and it just came out, I want to say like first weekend of December.
Yeah. So, should I just go into my thoughts?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, sorry. I am zoning out. I'm trying to stay present. I'm really struggling right now.
No, you're fine.
Okay, so I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it's like what a cheesy Christmas rom-com should be. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And not gonna lie, it kind of held a special place in my heart because there are so many little things throughout it where I was like, this is like what I want for my book. Like the feeling that this is giving me is what I want. Like with the single dad and like their relationship, like obviously we'll go into the specifics, but there's one part during a montage where he's like doing her hair and like their like relationship is just so clear and how strong it is. And like, that's the kind of like what I want to portray in my book. So like there were just a few things throughout that reminded me of that. Also I love Zoe Deutsch. Like she can do no wrong. So like her acting is really good. So like it makes me like the movie. Like it makes me be able to watch something cheesy. You know what I mean?
It's so funny because somehow we keep stumbling upon these movies that like have the single dad with the child. Like it's
what the heck?
Funny, but I love it. At first I was a little iffy about this movie, not gonna lie.
Okay.
So the daughter and father relationship, I like could not get on board at the beginning, but then they won me over at the end. But it was kind of hard to like. It was kind of hard for me to be like, oh, that's believable. So that's why it was like so jarring to me. Going off of what you said about Zoe Deutsch, I love her. Again, she could do no wrong. She's so engaging on the screen. She literally has chemistry with everyone.
Everybody.
It's insane. Like, she could have chemistry with a wall, and I would watch it.
No, she could. That's not even like an exaggeration.
No.
Like, that's just the truth.
She's like so amazing and captivating, and I'm like, wow, you're so good.
No,
like,
literally. Ugh.
But yeah. I mean, overall, I did like it. Like, it did win me over at the end.
Mm-hmm. Better than Falling for Christmas by
dear God.
1,000 million yards. So. I automatically hated her original boyfriend. Like, I love when movies do that where immediately you know who your enemy is. And I hated him from the moment I met him to the end of the movie. Like,
Gary was so scummy.
Yes! His name was freaking
Gary. I know, right? Like, ugh. He was so scummy, and he's the type of guy who like says all these things but never ever acts upon it. Like, it's all just empty words, and that shit pisses me off.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That, and I honestly was getting triggered watching some of what Gary did because I was like, gosh. The way that you are like saying things and like you said, empty promises, it felt so like manipulate, like
yes,
it just felt so icky to me.
So shallow, so inconsiderate. Like, I mean, great job at the writer for writing that character and whoever the actor is portraying that, but I hated Gary.
No, I hated Gary. Like, I truly hated him.
Yeah.
What did you think of Vanessa?
I liked her. Well, the thing is, again, I'm biased. I love Shay Mitchell. Okay.
Yeah, she rocks.
I freaking love her. And I really liked her. I really thought that Vanessa and what's the main character guy's name?
Ethan.
I thought Vanessa and Ethan could work it out. I felt like, two hot couples getting their life together. I thought they could work it out. But then as the movie kept going on, I was like, oh, I can definitely tell this is not it.
Yeah, and I liked that they made their relationship, like, not everyone has to have, like, a shitty ex or a shitty person that they're with to make it believable. Like, I liked that it showed a different side to it, because I feel like usually in this situation both of their significant others would be the worst people, and that's why they would come together. But Vanessa was good. Like, I think she was a good person, but they just weren't right together, and they wanted different things from life. And so, like, to be able to see that come apart in a more natural way, I think was also cool.
I agree too, because we don't see that normally in romance movies. It's always these big blow ups, and they separated mutually. So I agree. I love that.
That's the one thing. As cheesy as this movie was, it also felt very realistic, and I think that's why I was able to enjoy it as much as I did.
I agree.
Because it didn't overdo it.
Yes.
So that was nice. Also, right away, I called the minute that it happened that he picked up the wrong Tiffany's bag. I knew it immediately.
So the thing is that, like, I had sent you the trailer on TikTok, and I knew that was a thing where, like, they had mixed up their, like, jewelry, blah, blah, blah. When I started the movie, I was like, wait, how do you do that, though? Like, that's really weird that you would mix up your bags. And then I saw what happened, that he got hit by a fucking car because Gary can't look both ways. And I was like, oh no. Oh, they're going to switch. They're going to switch bags. They're going to grab the wrong bag. And I was like, I could not deal, because I was like, oh, I'm going to be sick. Like, this sucks. This sucks. Because again, it's like a realistic situation.
No, it is. It 100% is. So,
I just want to say that I love the friend Terry.
She was my favorite character in the whole thing. She was so funny. Multiple of my notes are just Terry quotes.
I love her.
She was so funny. And she is the friend that we all want. Like, she is the friend who will tell you how it is, but also support you no matter what.
Yeah.
And, like, that's the kind of friend that I hope I am to people. Because it's like, you want to be able to be honest, but, like, you also want to be able to be supportive. Oh my God.
I agree. I'm just remembering, as you're saying that, I'm just remembering the scene at the end where, like, Terry's like, I need to talk to you about Gary. And then Zoe Deutsch's character is like, yeah, I know about the whole ring thing, and we're going to still work it out. And Terry's like, oh, congratulations. That, like, she, like, had to pivot. And I was like, that's so funny, but so relatable too. Like, you want the best for your friend, but also, like, sometimes they need to call out the shitty people that you have in your life.
Yes. And I love, sorry, we're skipping around both
I know.
At the end, I loved when Terry had Ethan come, because but then when he showed up, she's like, this is not how I saw this going, which I thought was so funny. But I also loved it because, like, at the end of the day, she's like, I don't want to meddle. Like, she's trying so hard this whole time to not meddle. And she's like, but this opportunity literally presented itself. And how can I not just let it play out, you know?
Yeah, that moment also made me feel sick, because I was like, oh no. No! Like, I know what's going to happen. Like, I just, like, yeah. But no, I agree. I really loved it.
Can I just point out a little moment that I loved from Ethan?
Yes.
This is what I need in a man, okay? She's at her little Christmas market station, right?
Yeah.
Selling her bread.
Which,
and
did you realize?
Wait, what?
We were there.
We were?
Yes! Yes, in New York. We were there.
Well, we were in New York.
No,
but
we
what
were...
part specifically?
The little shop area where she was at, that is where we were at.
We went to a Christmas market?
Yes. Well, it wasn't a Christmas market, but it was like a market year round, and they had like an ice skating rink in March, remember?
Selena, I don't remember this at all.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we went because I remember looking at it and I was like, oh my gosh, like that's so amazing that like me and Theoni were there.
Oh, sorry. I totally ruined the moment. I'm telling you,
fine.
as you're talking, not even a little fog, like nothing.
Oh my God. Okay, let me see if I can find some pictures because we were definitely there.
Okay, I believe you 100%. I'm just stupid.
Okay, sorry. Keep going.
But when he first came to her bread shop, and then she's like talking so much to the customers, and they were like, I'm busy, and he's like, no, keep going, and he told her to keep. I don't know why that moment made me melt. I was like, that's just what I need, because sometimes like I feel like the character, you and I can both probably get this way sometimes, like once we get going we just like go and like whatever. And so like to not feel like someone's making us uncomfortable for that, or like kind of just like goes along with us, I feel like is such a good feeling.
Yeah, and like that was the first moment where I knew, I was like, oh, you're a good guy. Like you're like, I want to listen to you. Like that's all I want to do all day. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Can we talk about his eyes?
Gorgeous. Well, him in general, gorgeous.
Yeah. I don't like bald guys, but I liked him.
Oh, same. This is kind of like more so of a general note, or I guess a general note on the specific scenes. I loved the secret little ways that they kept meeting up. Again, which was so realistic because of that, like, he went to the bread shop at that, like, market just because he was passing by after that meeting or whatever. And then he had to meet Gary because he needed the ring back, but then they went to dinner because Gary never showed, and so they had dinner and they had their own thing. Like, it was all so natural, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like, it was so believable and realistic. That's why I loved it so much.
No, I totally agree. And those are like the perfect examples, because none of them felt like a forced meeting or a forced whatever. Like, and they were both very individually like honest with each other about their relationships. Like, neither of them was trying to hide anything. You know what I mean? So I also appreciated that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, the one thing I did hate when he was explaining to her the plot of his book that he had been thinking about, it just sounded so stupid.
What?
Like, there's this kid who sees the shadows and
okay,
I was like, what?
I just need to say that you come from smut books and he is writing a children's book, okay?
Oh, this is a children's book?
Yes!
Oh, I thought he was writing some like fiction, like deep,
like a middle school chapter book. That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
yeah. That's why I found it believable, because again, with his like kid who is like in middle school or whatever, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I really liked the idea.
Okay. It just felt forced. That is one of the things to me that felt forced, you know?
I thought it was cute. I thought that was him trying to be vulnerable.
No,
like,
it was.
That was it, yeah.
I loved him sharing the idea of the book. I just didn't like what he said.
You're like, if that book was published, I would never fucking read it. Fuck you, Ethan.
No, like, no offense. Like, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, what I'm reading right now is a book called Beast, and it's literally about this guy who's been...
Do you see...
I'm literally pretty much done with it already. But it's literally this, like, mafia. This man doesn't even have a name, so they call him Beast, and he's been stuck in a dungeon, like, his whole life. And then this girl gets captured and then is stuck in the dungeon with him, and it's so stupid. But I love it. It's great.
Okay. I trust you.
Sorry, that was such a huge sidetrack. It was so painful to me when Gary proposed and then Ethan didn't propose. Yeah. Like, the way that it happened, it felt so unnatural, and Gary just wasn't sure. She wasn't sure. And like, it almost annoyed me. And then because then later when Ethan proposed to Vanessa, he just went with it. And I was like, why do these people keep doing this? It's just like, I've never been proposed to, so I don't know the deal. But like, it just feels like that's a big moment to just do it thoughtlessly. Are you laughing at the fact that I've never been proposed to?
No,
Shove it in my face a little more, Selena.
I just thought the way that you said it was so funny.
I'm just being a bitch.
Okay, so the thing is that I totally agree with you. It doesn't make sense why you would propose without, like, putting thought into it. But then you need to remember that we're dealing with men and that they'll just go with whatever the fuck that they want to. And so I saw that, and at first I was like, that's so dumb. But then I'm like, wait, I know a friend that has that that happened to her.
Yeah.
And so I know it's believable. And I was like, oh my God, it just made the situation so much worse. My problem with Gary, I did not have a problem with Ethan, okay? My problem with Gary is that he was looking at the ring like, oh my God, like, wow. And then he just, like, said shit out of his fucking ass of, like, you made me a better artist and I want to spend the rest of my life with you, blah, blah. Like, I just couldn't get on board with Gary.
Yeah. No, who could?
I know. I will say, Zoe Deutsch looked gorgeous in this movie.
She did. She can really pull off any hair color.
No,
she
truly.
is one of those people who I'm convinced could have any hair color and she would look so pretty.
No, and then the dark lip was a vibe because she never does a dark lip for movies. I've seen it on the red carpet, but oh my God, it was gorgeous. I was like, can I look like you, please?
No,
like,
I just want to.
Yeah,
let me know.
She's so gorgeous,
and gorgeous in a way that just feels so like effortless, you know.
Really?
Like, really. She to me is one of those women who's like the girl next door, but also like almost like an unattainable beauty because it's so like she's like a little bit of everything.
I know. I want to be her.
No, literally,
so bad.
I think she's slowly becoming like one of my favorite actresses. Honestly, like I have yet to see something she's in that I do not like.
Yeah,
like honestly,
I agree.
Crazy.
I was just gonna say, when Ethan tracked down Gary at that stupid tattoo shop, I was like, this is it. I'm so excited. Like, Ethan, you're finally going to get back your ring and it's going to be great. He approaches Gary and Gary's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't have the ring or whatever. I was so fucking pissed. Not only because he pulled that card because, like, oh, conveniently he got into a car accident and he, like, forgot his memory or whatever. I knew he knew. Exactly. But then the second thing was that I fucking know that Tiffany ring was more than $10,000 because you and I went to a fucking Tiffany store and for a single fashion ring, it was $2,000.
So the diamond ring was like at least 10 grand.
I know. And I was so pissed.
And then later we saw on Gary's computer that his Tiffany's purchase was $300 for like the earrings or whatever. So like he's also not only just being shitty but also scamming someone out of tons of money.
Yes, that's what really pissed me off because I was like, I know that Tiffany ring is fucking 10 grand or more and I would be pissed if someone didn't give it back. I would be like, I'm out of 10 grand. Like what the
I would like report it.
You know,
like, show me your receipt then.
Yeah,
let's do it. No.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
No, I was fucking pissed at that moment.
I was so pissed too. So the first thing at the engagement party, Gary's brother, I don't even know what his name was.
But Finn. His name was fucking Finn.
Okay, he is the worst. He's the worst. When he said, oh, you're as hot as your picture, I was like... So then that made me think, so how does Gary talk about her when she's not around? Because I bet it's disgusting.
I know. Red flags all over. Red fucking flags. Also, could we just back up one little bit? When they were talking about, or at least when Zoe Deutsch's character found out about the ring, and then they were like, oh, let's work this out. Let's do an engagement party for New Year's. I was like, girl, what are you doing? He just lied to you.
That's her trying so hard to like salvage whatever they have and like being so scared to admit that this relationship is not good.
I know. But it's still, I was just like, I was Terry in that moment where I was
Yeah.
like, I need to shake you right now because do not see how shitty he's being. Like, ugh, yeah.
I really see those are the situations where if I was Terry, I probably would have said something.
Yeah.
Like I would have been like, you do what you want to do, but I need you to know that like this is what I'm noticing and you need to recognize that.
Exactly.
Because like that's not okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay, sorry. Back to the engagement party.
So the big thing about the engagement party that shook me is when Finn exposed Gary for not like her entire relationship, the thing that she kept going back to like justify everything shattered.
That broke my heart for her.
Yeah, that was really, really sad.
That was so tough because again, we know she held that moment so close to her, and that bracelet that he like went 8 bus stops or whatever to give back to her, like that. She held that so close to her heart, and to find out all of it was fake, I was like, I feel so bad for her.
And I'm so glad though that she didn't let him talk her into anything. She was like, nope, I am done. Like that was her breaking point, and she stood her ground. So I was very thankful for that.
I agree.
And then it switches to Ethan and Vanessa's breakup, which I was like, okay, this was coming, like whatever. I'm sorry. When Daisy said, Rachel may be white, but the girl can cook, go get her. That was the funniest thing. I like burst out laughing.
Same.
I was like, oh my gosh. It's always the kid who's like, get your shit together. Like, what are you doing?
Same. When she said that, I was like, what did you say? And then I laughed because I was like, that literally came out of left field, but it was so funny. Like, so funny.
No, so funny. And I also love throughout the movie how Daisy like randomly would try to like say, well, I did this, so don't you think I deserve a phone now?
Yes.
Like that was one of those little back and forth things that I feel like solidified like their relationship to me. Like it just felt like a very natural dynamic. So
yeah. Sorry, going back just a little bit more.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place.
No worries. I just keep remembering these random things. I will say, when Zoe Deutsch's character, why can't I think of her character's name? What is it? I don't remember what her name is. Well, I'm just going to say...
Emma?
I don't think it's Emma.
Rachel?
It's Rachel.
Okay.
When Rachel told fucking Gary, she was like, I'll handle the ring situation. Because they came to the restaurant. Mm-hmm. She's like, I'll handle the ring situation. I'm like, Rachel, what are you going to say? Like, your fiance stole his ring. Anyways.
No, literally. And then he was like, oh, thank God. I was like, Gary, you're the worst.
Yeah, you are a wimp. I hate him so much. So then they talk, right? Rachel and Ethan talk. And Rachel's like, oh, like, I baked you like a bread. Like, here you go. When they pulled it apart and the ring was in the bread, I was like, Rachel is so selfless and kind, and I think that registered for Ethan as well in that moment where it was like, wow, like she is so, like she cares so much about my happiness that she would do that in this perfect moment for me. Like again, I think this like movie is just emphasizing the thoughtfulness that like people have for others, and that really emphasizes with Rachel because she's so thoughtful and giving.
She is. She really is. And she's such a well-written character that way because she didn't even know him that well. And that's another one thing that I will say made me annoyed about this movie. And you know this annoys me. Is at the end when this whole love declaration or whatever comes out, it's like, I know we've only known each other a few days. I'm like, no. That is the thing at the very end of the movie that took me out of it just a little bit. Because I was like, you're right. But like, I hate when things happen that fast. Because that's just not... It's just hard for me to get behind.
No, definitely. What is your threshold that you need to meet in order for it to be believable?
I guess I don't know, but it needs to be longer than a week.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I need to see them live a bit of their lives outside of, like, one crazy circumstance. You know what I mean? And it felt like the whole movie was just, like, them in one crazy circumstance, which I get, but like
Yes.
I didn't get a sense of like what their lives are like, because Ethan was on vacation and like whatever, so I didn't even get a sense of like a
Yes,
baseline.
you're so
It was
right.
just chaos, and then they're like, okay, we've only known each other a few days, but now we're gonna live
Yeah.
forever. You
Yeah,
know?
you're so right. Yeah. I mean, I guess I didn't really notice the timing or what he said at the end. But I will agree that it was faster than I had in mind, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Exactly. I will say though, I love the 1 year later. It very much reminded me of like an epilogue in one of our like favorite contemporary romance.
It is an
books, and,
epilogue.
like, it is, and that's what I needed. That brought it back around for me.
Yes.
Like they were just so
Yeah.
happy, and that just like made my heart like burst. I love.
I think what really got me, like, I think what sealed the deal with this movie for me is that, like, a year later, they're like there and they're like a big happy family or whatever. And I knew he was going to propose. I fucking knew it. But the thing that really sealed the deal for me was that he was so thoughtful about Rachel. He had quoted what she had said to him at that restaurant or at that like impromptu date that they had. And then she brought in like the barbershop singing guys about singing like her favorite song. And I'm like, this is what Rachel deserves. She wanted someone as thoughtful as her to be able to give her everything in the world. And I think that's what broke me, because I was like, oh, wow, you're right. You're right.
Right?
Yeah.
Aww. Oh, here's just a random little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, a reason to love Terry is when she was like, when they're all fighting, when Vanessa's in there and Ethan's there and Rachel and Gary's like, I get hit by a car and it's my fault, and then Terry goes, probably.
Yes!
I died laughing. That she's the star of this movie.
You don't know, Gary deserved it though. Like Terry
he did.
wasn't afraid to give him shit because he deserved it, and he got none of it in the movie.
No, literally.
Yeah.
So I literally have no other thoughts about the movie.
Okay.
I just needed to include that because I thought it was so funny.
I agree. Oh, God, she's amazing.
But yeah, I don't have like a lot to discuss about this movie,
Yeah.
because I will say it's a very easy watch. Like,
Yes.
not a ton happens,
Yeah.
right? But that's also the point of it.
Yeah.
So like, I don't have a lot to discuss, but that doesn't mean that I didn't like it, because I did enjoy it. And it felt like one of those easy, cozy Christmas time rom-com movies that I was like, okay, like I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, I was pleasantly surprised. I'm shocked that this is not getting more like press, like more marketing.
Yeah, me too.
Like, because
'Cause
we barely heard of it.
Yeah.
That's like crazy.
It really feel like it could be a much bigger movie.
Yes.
Like, honestly.
Yeah. So I'm just like very confused, like why it's not. All right. So that concludes our episode discussing something from Tiffany's. Theoni, do you want to tell our listeners what we will be discussing next week?
Sure, Selena. Thanks, everybody. So, our next week's topic is we're going to do our 2023 bingo card. So, basically, predictions of what we think is going to happen in 2023. I'm going to go out on a limb, say it's mostly going to be related to pop culture things.
Yeah.
But if either of us think of something random, then we're going to say it, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it'll be really interesting. We may or may not have a drinky or two when we're
Yes.
recording this episode. But I am very, very excited because I think this is going to be so unhinged. But like, we could say anything.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to come true because that's the world we live in.
Yeah,
Honestly.
really. I'm excited because, like, I think some of the things in 2022 I didn't expect to see happen, and then some other things I did. So I'm very excited to see what 2023 will bring.
Agreed. Well, thanks everybody for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.